Before you obsess over business plans, side hustles, or the next life-changing opportunity, pause for a moment and ask yourself a harder question than any strategy could answer. Is my mind actually built to handle wealth? Because one of the quiet truths no one likes to admit is that money doesn't always flow to the smartest person, or the hardest worker, or even the most talented one. Very often, it goes to the person whose psychology can carry the weight that wealth brings. Wealth is not just numbers on a screen. It is amplified influence, multiplied choices, heavier responsibility, sharper pressure, louder expectations. That's why some people reach success and collapse, while others sabotage themselves just before winning, without even understanding why. The issue isn't money. The issue is the psyche that wasn't prepared for it. From the perspective of analytical psychology, as discussed by Carl Jung, money is neither moral nor immoral. It's a symbol of psychic energy, of agency, impact, and power in the external world. And whatever lives inside you gets magnified by that power. If you carry guilt, money makes it louder. If you carry fear, money exposes it. If you carry clarity, money multiplies it. So the first trait of someone who naturally grows into wealth is no inner war with power. Many people were raised with unconscious beliefs that wealth is dirty, that rich people are corrupt, that ambition is selfish. These ideas sink below awareness and become invisible limits. You work hard, you get close to success. Then you hesitate, delay, overthink, sabotage, withdraw. Not because you're incompetent, but because a deeper part of you sees success as betrayal. The person ready for wealth doesn't feel shame for succeeding. They don't apologize for excellence. They see money as a neutral instrument, a tool to express their inner force, not a stain on their character. The second trait is the ability to tolerate existential anxiety. Real wealth demands long stretches of uncertainty, years without applause, decisions without guarantees, effort without immediate reward. A mind addicted to quick validation can't survive that road. Maturity begins when you can sit with doubt without escaping it, when you can keep building while unsure, when you can invest in the unseen future. Because every meaningful achievement is born in uncertainty. The third trait is a conscious relationship with the shadow. In Jungian thought, the shadow contains the rejected parts of us: ambition, competitiveness, the desire for control, even natural greed. Most people either repress these drives and become bitter, or unleash them blindly and become destructive. But the person capable of lasting success does something harder. They integrate the shadow. They transform ambition into discipline, dominance into leadership, desire into strategic thinking. They don't deny their drives. They refine them. The fourth trait is psychological independence from the crowd. Collective opinion fears deviation. Society quietly punishes the one who walks a different path. So most people think within acceptable boundaries instead of truthful ones. They fear isolation more than mediocrity. But those who build real wealth learn to stand alone in thought. They listen, but they decide. They respect society, but they don't surrender their direction to it. Because every extraordinary path begins as an unpopular idea. And the fifth trait, the deepest one, is having a meaning beyond money itself. Here lies the paradox. People who chase money as their final goal often feel empty when they reach it, because the human psyche isn't nourished by numbers. But those who pursue something meaningful, craft, vision, service, mastery, often find wealth, arriving as a side effect, not because they hunted it, but because they created value aligned with who they truly are. When your work expresses your core, money becomes a consequence, not a destination. So real wealth begins inside. how you think about power, in how you face fear, in how honestly you meet your shadow, in how bravely you follow your own voice, in how deeply you know why you're building anything at all. When these inner structures are strong, wealth stops being a miracle or an accident. It becomes a natural extension of your psychological path. And if something in this message feels uncomfortably familiar, that's not coincidence. It might be a signal that a deeper awareness is waking up in you. An awareness that life isn't a race for numbers, but a long alignment between who you are and what you build. If you want to understand your mind, your fears, your ambition, your hidden motives, and turn them into real strength, start there. Because the person who conquers inner chaos eventually shapes outer reality. And maybe that's the real beginning of wealth.